Hey, this is Brian Kurtz coming back at you with another special edition episode of our short refinance bootcamp, where we talk about exactly how you can use this process to go ahead and avoid foreclosure, reduce the amount you owe against your home, as well as save your credit in the process while you stay in the home. Okay, today we're going to be talking about a issue that is on the top of everybody's mind, and that is credit impacts. Now, I understand that people are watching this from all over the world, and your state might have different laws than my state about talking about credit. I am not a credit counselor, okay? If you have licensing requirements for that, go ahead and take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Make sure you contact your credit counselor or whatever, okay? Disclosure aside, let's go ahead and kick off what I know about credit impacts of short refinances. They're pretty much exactly the same as a short sale. All right, so let's just say that you are behind on payments, maybe one or two. You contacted me or some other negotiator to help you out with a short refinance, and you get one done, squared away, taken care of. We use same numbers we've always been using. You owed $150,000 on a house to New Century, and you refinanced down based on $100,000 total loan, maybe 97, which would be 97% of the $100,000 it's worth, and then new loan's been placed with Chase. Okay, $50,000. $53,000, whatever, has been written off in debt, and now you are moving forward. You're in your home, you're back where you need to be, you're actually in some type of minor equity position, and your payments are down. Life is good. Okay, well, what about credit? Let's give you a little footnote here. Credit is not the holy grail of your life. Okay, I happen to know in my past, I have actually gone through a bankruptcy. All right, maybe one day I'll tell you all the dirty, nasty details of that particular story, but let me just tell you, I'm still here. Okay, nobody came into my house and showed up with a chainsaw to take off my arm because my credit went down from 720 to 586, all within like 3 months. Okay, I'm still here, I'm fine. So credit is not your life. His life is not made up by your credit score. However, the society at large, especially for successful people, has tricked them into believing that. Everybody wants to wave their credit score around like it's some special flag. Nobody is going to give you bonus points when you get to heaven about your credit, okay? So anyway, that being said, using the example that you maybe were behind on 2 payments, maybe you had a 750 credit score, you behind on payments, you got this all squared away. How does this short refinance affect your credit? Okay, well, the jury's still out on this. It really is. The fact of the matter is, to know exactly how much this type of thing affects your credit score, you would have to actually pull your credit before the whole process starts up and before you missed any payments. So you have to pull your credit before and then go through the entire thing. Now remember, this process is not fast. It's a minimum of 8 weeks, more like 90 days from start to finish. In this long window of time, maybe as much as 1/4 of 1 year, you could not have opened any new trade lines, shouldn't have closed any new trade lines, and shouldn't have changed any balances on any trade lines. You couldn't have missed any payments on the actual mortgage, and then after the mortgage is closed and the trade line is closed out, you got to wait another 30 days for that to actually show up on the credit bureaus and be factored into score. Then you pull score after. So before and after with no changes in the middle. Usually that's not happening. That's just not happening. In fact, most people have missed payments on their mortgage or missed payments on something else, or they open up a credit card to like borrow against it in order to make ends meet while time goes on. I don't know. So usually there's huge changes in credit profile. You get from the beginning to the end, and you don't know how much of my score was beat up because I actually had a closed mortgage trade line that had a little note on it put in the note section that said settled for less than amount owed, and that is what will happen, my friends, to your particular trade line on the mortgage that you do a short refinance on. So that one goes away and it's closed. You have a new mortgage with Chase that says, hey, we're good to go, and here's the new balance, whatever. Okay, the fact of the matter is that little tagline will be placed on that particular trade line, and that will have some effect on the score. Like I said, jury's still out. People are telling me that the range in there is somewhere between 40 and 100 points worth of difference. Okay, 40 to 100 point hit for closing out a trade line, which is, I don't know, not a big deal to me. But I'm not in love with credit. So anyway, that being said, everybody knows, if you talk to anybody in the credit industry, if you talk to people, especially people that do financing for cars, you will find out the most important thing in your credit profile, what has the most weight, is anything that's happened in the last 12 months. So once it's older than 12 months, it really has not that big of an effect because obviously We could have forgot to send a payment in, little bumps in the road, a job hiccup here and there. The credit industry is not going to crucify you for the rest of your life for a short-term situation that may have caused you to fall behind on payments in your life. So after a year, everything being paid and everything good, so that would be your trade line for your mortgage closed out, 12 months and 1 day later, your credit starts to really recover quickly because this event in your life is factored in by the credit computers as a thing that is in the past. Okay, we're moving forward, everything's going fine, so credit score begins to recover very quickly. So you may have gone from like a 750 credit score to, I don't know, 590 or 620, whatever it is, after the short refinance is closed and the trade line is closed out. And then after a year, a little more than a year, credit score goes back up really quickly. You may have a credit score back again at like 705. Okay, so that is the credit impact. Now, however, when people say, how's this going to affect my credit, they're asking me a secret question in there. They're hiding it. They're also saying, when can I get my next mortgage? Well, if you're doing a short refinance, you shouldn't have to worry about this. Okay, you've got a new mortgage. Okay, so just stick with it for a while. People changing mortgages up like they change their clothes. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, the fact of the matter is, once you have this tagline, settle for less than amount owed, you will not be able to get a new mortgage with FHA financing right now, currently under the current underwriting guidelines for 36 months. If it's conventional financing, which is Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac backed or conforms to their standards, you will not be able to get a new mortgage with that type of loan for 24 months, 2 years. If you get a foreclosure, though, they just changed this. It used to be 2 years for a foreclosure as well. Oh, no. Now, if you have a full-blown foreclosure on your credit report, it's 5 years for conventional. Okay? So mortgageability and credit are affected different ways. Credit score is pretty much saved. After 12 months, you recover really quickly because there is no formal foreclosure on your credit report. But, however, you jump over to the other side, mortgageability is going to have a little bit of a more long-term effect. So, no new mortgage, 36 months if you need to get FHA financing. No new mortgage, 24 months if you need to get conventional financing. All right, so those are credit impacts and mortgageability impacts. And make sure you stop by my main site, shortsaleshow.com. Take a look in the upper left. Sign up for priority email updates. If you are interested in getting more information on this topic, every time I post a new episode, I'll make sure that you get it, my friends. And once again, thank you for watching the Short Sale Show.